Welcome back to Derek Doesn't Mind, episode 5. Today's podcast thingy, the Monkey Wrench Messiah. Why? Because apparently I can't stop fixing things that aren't broken, like bands, lives, and occasionally electrical outlets. So, let's talk about my latest disaster / masterpiece, Derek and the Filthy Animals. Yeah, that's right. My band, my baby, my brainchild, my tax write-off. It all started one night behind a venue in Brisbane. I was supposed to be unloading merch for a tribute band called Fleetwood Maxed Out. Bunch of middle-aged legends who could almost play Rhiannon if they were sober for 2 consecutive minutes. Anyway, the drummer passes out face first into a pile of tofu sausages, and I'm standing there with a half-tuned Les Paul and a belly full of bad decisions. So I yell, "Screw it, I'll start my own band." And thus, Derek and the Filthy Animals were born, right there in the alley behind a vegan pub called The Smoked Beat. The lineup, me on vocals and lead Chaos, some guy named Trent on bass. I think he was an Uber driver, a guitarist who only knew 3 chords but played them like a religious experience, and a drummer who didn't have drums, just hitboxes made from pizza boxes in spite. We played our first gig 2 hours later at a place called the Rabid Possum. Audience of 4. One left halfway through to complain about noise pollution. Didn't matter. The room shook, drinks spilled. A small electrical fire started near the monitors. Rock and roll was reborn that night, and then immediately hospitalized. Now, about a week ago, the band, ceased to exist. Because, and I'll be honest, I fired everyone, not because they were bad. Oh no, because they started having opinions. Trent said maybe we should try a ballad. A ballad? Man, this isn't Coldplay. This is the Filthy Animals, not the mildly concerned gerbils. So I did what any great leader does. I pulled a full Dave Mustaine, kicked them out mid-rehearsal, mid-song, told them to take their feelings and their pedals and fuck off. People say I've got a history of this sort of thing. Apparently, I was partially responsible for breaking up Guns N' Roses. Not true. I was completely responsible. Also might have played a small role in Fleetwood Mac's creative tension. But to be fair, who hasn't broken up Fleetwood Mac at this point? I also may or may not have told Ringo that drums are just percussion with delusions of grandeur. He didn't take it well. Anyway, after a brief hiring process, meaning I bribed 3 buskers and a guy from a kebab shop, I've assembled a new band. Tighter, louder, more obedient. I call them the Slightly Cleaner Animals. This new version of the band doesn't talk back. They don't question my lyrics. They don't ask why there's a banana solo in every song. They just play like soldiers in a sonic war they never signed up for. We're back, baby. New lineup, new sound, same delusion. The next single's called Ashtray Halo. It's about faith, redemption, and accidentally gluing your hand to a snare drum. So yeah, the Filthy Animals are alive and well. Just don't ask about the original lineup. They formed a new band called Derek's a Dick. Can't wait to headline their reunion tour. Anyway, that's all for today's sermon. Remember, if you're gonna start a band, make sure you own the van, the merch, and the name. Everything else is replaceable. This has been Derek Doesn't Mind. I'm your host, your messiah, your mildly electrocuted band leader. Stay filthy, stay loud. And if anyone sees Trent, tell him I still have his bass. Oh, and don't forget to check out that new single, we just dropped. I need the royalties, so stream it at least 50 times each, would ya? It's on the YouTube thing. Derek out.